All right. Thank you everyone still stayed with me during this lunchtime. Okay. I believe I will share something new, for you through my talk. Firstly, Pharos. Pharos is a new Layer 1 project we just kicked off. So, and today I want to share with something we believe will be exciting in the future in the Web3 community. And we've taken a vertical scenario, which is RWA, real-world asset, to explain to what are the novelty in Pharos we can do. So I think in Web3, we have been looking for new stories, right? I think real-world assets, we believe it will shine for the next decade. So we may know the two types of real-world assets in Web3. One is stable quant, another is non-stable quant, RWA, right? And the dominant one is stable coins, no doubt. I mean, since it peaked in 2021, to almost 200 billion market capital, but we do see a slow growth, or maybe staggering, right, of the stable quant in regarding its application side. Clearly, they have to looking for new payment scenario for the growth. And then we're looking to in the past 1 or 2 years for the non-stable quant category, specifically private crediting. We believe this will be the next big thing. So what is a private credit? I specific in the context of the real-world asset side, right? Many of you know that RWA is regarding the non-banking debt financing for the real enterprise customers, often toward in the small and medium, company for the debting. And we do see, I think IMF has estimated in 23. This private credit, not on the chain, but overall in the world, it has a market size of about 2.3 trillion. But the on-chain private credit, as for now, only taking about 0.4%, so roughly 9 billion of the private credit has been put on the chain. But the growth rate is really high. I mean, in the past, it's in the high double digits. So let's take in particular things about this RWA specific to private credit, right? What we could say could happen, everyone knows we own Satoshi and Nobel Prize in economics, no doubt, right? And the next big opportunity, I think, for the Web3, AI this year taken 2 Nobel Prize, right? Physics, chemistries. Web3, we believe there could be, besides our Bitcoin, the great invention in the economic side, the next one could come in from RWA. Because if we truly look into private credit, we put in another digit, innovation on the financing side. Through the human history, it's very interesting to say, I mean, before money has been invented, we're actually in the real world asset, RWA, financing situation. Everything is in the real, right? You put a sheep, you put a cow, you maybe, then you do all these kind of trading things. So really back, very early stage, we start with RWA, the money is invented, bank is invented. So we're starting to having this credit financing, we're starting to having this capitalist society regarding the security, banking, etc. Just the things come along. Then since, then later on we get into the capital. We get the greater venture capital, right? Which have been driving the whole real economics, with all kind of new financial model, innovation side. So then we look into the digital world. Now we come into the real world asset digitalization stage. Could there be something new we can do to truly change the current fundamental finance model? Specifically in the private credit side, we believe there are a lot of things, I think exciting things we could see. So this is one specific, I say, real world asset regarding private credit, case that we have seen. This just happened in this year, I think in last September, I think about 1 or 2 months ago. So Ant this technology has teamed up with Longshine to launch a 100 million RMB renewable energy reward RWA asset. Okay, So what they do essentially, they issue an STO for a set of this real device, specifically the charging station, these assets, right, into an tokenized, digital tokens. And then they sell, and from the investor perspective, they're getting is about the asset earning rights. So basically, sharing the operation earning of this asset based on the holdings. So therefore, we see the interesting thing when we dig into this case study is that they really offer a very comprehensive, renewable energy RWA tokenization end-to-end from operator to the issuer, getting down to the device, getting down to the asset itself, with a full digitalization, solution. So that's getting us, to say, we believe that this is one of the first, fully on-chain asset and transaction management case we have observed so far. So what the whole comprehensive solution we want to achieving is the digital linkage between the fund and assets. So particularly in the charging station business side, is that using their RWA, case, they truly, changes something from the financial model perspective into, say, like those charging station business owners. They used to getting loans simply through this entity-based credit rating. Okay, so therefore it's static through just from the enterprise regarding the cash flow, regarding their own, all the kind of the asset, the balance sheet, everything information. Nothing to do with this specific, asset that they're trying to, back up for the loan side. But through this new fully on-chain, what they have done is to say they're doing both asset tokenization and money tokenization. Asset side, they do on-chain performance and prediction and chain commercial operations with an active blockchain interaction, solutions. In addition, surrounding that, there is a comprehensive money tokenization that will be based on, including stable quant, including tokenized deposit, even including the WCDBC that Hong Kong that they are doing in the sandbox regarding, these Hong Kong dollar things. So it's very interesting, I would say. This is really one of the very few, I say, fully on-chain asset and transaction, management we have, say, from the RWA side. So then Pharos, we have, team up with them. So what we say, then on this fully on-chain, real-world asset exchange perspective, what an financial system we could build, right, with a Pharos network. So clearly, RWA is a regulated, asset securities. So on-chain side, you need to do authentication from the user. So from the blockchain perspective, what we can addressing is to do KYC and do attestation using our state-of-the-art ZK-DID that will be enabled through the Pharos. And in addition, KYT ML, the other things we can also providing regarding the RWA on-chain exchange to allowing aspect of security, allowing the transaction fault detection management, etc. So to providing the first-hand security protection and the day one compliance enforcement fully on-chain. So this is what we're using Pharos to supporting on the RWA real-world assets exchange platform side. And then we also saying surrounding for the comprehensive payment system for RWA exchange side, we using the Pharos, we're able to empower a stable quant eccentric new Web3 payment network. So on the left side, we can see that through the Pharos, and for a specific, say, and a conditional payment that could be required for real-world asset exchange. So that's what we call the automated flexible subscription services relevant to this RWA exchange, service perspective. We can, on the Pharos, we can using external, the trusted trigger to triggering an oracle. For example, a conditional monthly payment, right, for the dividend distribution. And we can take in Chainlink, right, as one of these oracle service provider. And eventually, this will trigger into an on-chain transaction that through Pharos, through our co-process architecture, we can further supporting the confidential transaction, say with the special hardware. So this is what Pharos can do uniquely today in the Web3 community. And in addition, that as we said earlier, that we can also providing on-chain KYT, ZKDID, and we also with a global, Web3 infrastructure, we're providing global access. And regarding in the real-world assets, tokenized deposit, stablecoin, etc., providing multiple fiat transaction fee supporting side. So this will be a future Web3 payment service that we can empower with Pharos. From the end user side, you can see that through the Pharos, when they want to buy some RWA asset, right, in our in our platform-wise, they can either pay through the crypto payment, they can pay also with the fiat payment. And the Pharos side, we were providing the programmable payment SBN for one particular RWA exchange platform, so that they can do, say, the automated monthly payment. So those will be triggered through us, as I explained earlier in previous slides regarding through our new architecture of the co-processor, and specifically we're providing special processing network to deal with the different requirement on the payment, global payment service on the Web3 side. So we're supporting multiple fiat and crypto payment for our transaction fee. We're providing global access with second level finality in our layer 1. And we can go to the high transaction capacity regarding 50,000 transactions. Pharos, we believe, will be the first one in Web3 to go beyond the gigagas, transaction processing capacity-wise. So the Pharos will feature a very, secure, low cost, significantly lower than the current traditional Web2 and Web3 solutions from the payment, globally cross-border, payment perspective. In addition, that as I mentioned, that through our SPN, we can truly allowing our, DAPP service provider to developing automated and flexible subscription services for the payment, purpose. So, and then getting down and to have a summarization to supporting the state-of-the-art real-world asset exchange and the new, Web3 payment system side that we designed the Pharos. Pharos we position as the first payment-grade Web3 infrastructure. And when we say a payment grade, we mean that it will providing a comparable user experience regarding payment, like the current Web2 wallet user could experience. So therefore, you need to having the real-time, settlement regarding your transaction processing. And then you need an infra that can still have a high performance, even you have, say, billions of users, right, on the chain. You need to be really reliable and available, through all the time. And you need to ensure that through this Web3 network, you need to providing a global and a file access to everyone. So therefore, in our architecture-wise, our modularized design from our layer 1, we major feature 3 layers. One is from the base layer, we're providing the Web3's first blockchain native, MPT, compatible blockchain storage system, so that we can truly supporting billions of the users of this state data on the blockchain ledger side, so that AKA we have the community's first solution for the state bloating problems regarding the Merkle tree. So with that as a high data availability layer, in the middle we have the Pharos core. This is providing the real-time global settlement through our state-of-the-art asynchronous consensus network. We providing EVM, and we're also providing a dual VM to supporting WASM that the high-level language like Java, TypeScript, etc., that can also be used to develop a smart contract on top of our Pharos network. And with that core as the strongest transaction execution engine in the Web3, on the top, we further providing extension layer so that we are providing the hardware co-processor architecture in our layer 1 so that we can truly bring in new computation power into the layer 1 regarding the block space side so that, for example, data intensive, AI intensive, crypto intensive, computing this intensive, DAPP can be truly powered on through our extension layers. Pharos also supporting restaking, so we're open to the layer 2 and even more generically defined external services so that we can bring the other services onto the layer 1 through our open restaking protocols, etc. So, and we're very happy to say, even we're new, we have formed strategic partners with Zen and Web3 business unit. And also a new, the same innovative stablecoin project called WSBN. Okay, then will be our partners regarding the real-world asset perspective, issuing, management, and also the RWA exchange, etc. And our stablecoin, payment infrastructure, we team up with WSBN. Pharos as the latest, we say the first payment grade, Web3 layer 1. We are supporting our RWA and our stablecoin ecosystem to truly drive the next wave of the RWA innovations in the future. And I think that will include my talk, and I really appreciate and welcome everyone to discuss more with our fellows. You can, either find us in the X, in the Discord, or you can search us Pharos Network Web3 and find us website as well. Thank you very much, and just conclude my talk. Thanks.